An evangelist is somebody who will preach the gospel. And what is the gospel? The good news. In the salvation process, in the process of God saving mankind, without an evangelist, without a preacher, that process is delayed or limited. If you did some chemistry, there's what is called the rate limiting step or reaction. When you go to an office and you are trying to get a contract signed, there might be 3 offices. Office 1, Office 2, Office 3. They all will have to sign. When you take it to this office, normally it takes 2 days. But if it gets to this office, it takes 1 month. If it goes to this office, it's 2 days. So ideally, 2 plus 2 is 4 days. If this guy can bring the 1 month to 1 day, you can finish and get your contract in how many days? 5 days. But this guy has become what is called the rate limiting step. As long as he's delaying, the whole process has delayed. In the same way, the salvation process, the limiting step is the preacher, the evangelist. How do I know? Romans 10 verse 30. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. It's a law. If people will call on the name of the Lord, the Bible said they shall be saved. But there's a problem. How then shall they call on him? They have not believed. It means before I call, I will have to believe in the salvation process. This guy must be saved. And the Bible said that if this guy calls on the name of the Lord, this guy will be saved, true or false? But you don't call on the name except you believe. So this guy will have to first believe. And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? If you call, you'll be saved. But before you can call, you must believe. But you can never believe what you have not heard before. So before this guy will believe, he will have to hear. So this guy will call and be saved. But without believing, he cannot be saved. So this guy will have to believe first. But he can never believe except he hears the gospel. And how shall they hear without a preacher? If this guy will not preach, they will not hear. If they don't hear, they will not believe. If they don't believe, they will not call. If they are not calling, they are not saved. So who is determining the reaction? The preacher. As long as this guy will not preach, they will never hear. If they don't hear, they won't believe. If they won't believe, they won't call. If they won't call, they will never be saved. So this guy is not saved. The reason is because this preacher has refused to proclaim. This preacher, his assignment is not to change this guy. His assignment is to cause this one to hear. That is why you must do the work of an evangelist. Understand that you are the rate limiting step in God's salvation process. People are going to hell because of you and me. Why? We have not preached and they have not heard. And because they have not heard, they have not believed. Because they have not believed, they have not called. Pastor, what if we preach and they don't believe? It's up to them and God. Do your part.
Christ Palace International Ministries.